Yes, I. Welcome to Club Shada, episode 348. I hope everybody is doing great. I hope everybody is in their best spirits. Yo. All right, I was trying to do something, but it didn't work out because the system was. The Instagram system is a mess, but I was trying to go live on Twitter, name X, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook at the same time. So we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you're on Twitter watching, just put a comment to see if I can see the comments on Twitter. Just put some Rambos in the chat. If you are on Facebook, same thing. Don't forget to put your likes, everybody. Put some likes. And if you're on YouTube, put some Rambos as well. Of course, everybody put the flag of where you're watching from already. It is 9:42 p.m. here in Lisbon, Portugal. And I hope everybody's great. I hope everybody liked our previous episode with Vanini. All the clips are already on the YouTube channel, so you can go check it out. It's too bad I really wanted to try the Instagram live stuff, but it's so complicated to get live with this. You have to send a code to Instagram every time. They make it complicated for nothing, and I don't know why, because it's everybody else. Like, you log in and that's it. But of course, for Instagram, they want to make it complicated for everybody. So I cannot go live because I had to turn on the window because it was sending me the sound of Instagram in there, which was, listen, it's a mess. It's a mess. So I'll try again another time, but not today. How was the beginning of the week for you? Our daughter started holidays, so yeah, the family is officially on holiday. I'm looking, maybe I might go in Paris to see my mom that just arrived from Congo, and after that, I believe that I'm not traveling. Probably, maybe I'll take my family somewhere, but I don't think I'll be traveling until my birthday, 22nd of January. It's gonna be. Julie, puisque tu es sur X, essaie de mettre un commentaire sur X pour voir si il apparaît ici, s'il te plaît. Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm gonna try to go to. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to go on a holiday with my family before January 22nd, which is my big day where I reach half a fucking century, 50. Hey, yeah. So, yeah. Other than that, yeah, listen. Everybody watching on Facebook, put some rainbows in the chat or say something, say hi. And everybody watching on X, put some comments just to see if they appear here. I'm using the newest version of Ecamm that normally the comments from X should also arrive here in the chat, and we're gonna test them out with hopefully Juju Zhao, who will yay, it does work. Hey buddy Julie, look at this. Look, we live in everywhere. So yeah, I have to see how to do it on Instagram as well. That would be cool if we are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and X. It's like taking over. Hola Nini, tudo bem? La milliardaire. Mais toi tu arrives tôt, qu'est-ce qui se passe? That's how we like it. So Julie is on YouTube and X at the same time. Look at that. That's cool, huh? Theodore, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? How you doing? So yeah, listen. Actually, it's interesting because we have the same amount of people on YouTube, on X, and on Facebook, which is interesting. Triple the Matze F, what up? Ape Gang, Ape Kong, what up? Listen, today I was thinking of something. Matze, listen, I was thinking of something today about the apes. I think I'm gonna do a 10,000 collection of ape royals, but it's gonna be a collection of not animated and in color, with more colors than just the free colors of the actual collection. What do you think? I think I'm gonna do a collection where not the same design, but something not too far, but with color. And I don't know, maybe I'll call them the Ape Royal, I don't know, Ape Mafia, something. And then I'm gonna airdrop for every person that has one Ape Royal, you will get 2 of them. And that will be 10,000. I think I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I was thinking about that like today. Hilda, boa noite, como estás? Espero que tu estás bem. I'm not sure if that's the way we say it. My Portuguese grammar is not good yet, but I'm working on it. Yeah, listen, this show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune. Welcome to Club Shada 348. And thank you to our main sponsor, Hanan Saudi, with a $21 donation on YouTube. And of course, all our sponsors. Don't forget that we are live twice a week on YouTube, but sometimes we appear in the rest of the platforms. Sometimes. So if I was you, I would subscribe on YouTube. If I was you. You know, sounds good. You like the idea? I think it's a good idea. In color, you know, with apes in different colors. And I'm going to do that. I like this idea. I'm going to make it happen. So, what are we talking about today? Listen. Today we are talking about... Yo. I just received a notification that Julie Forever, that is the same as Buddy Julie, just posted something. 3 new stories to their snaps. 3 snaps to their story. On Snapchat, I guess. Alright, okay. Glad to know. I'll check them out. Who's horny forever? That's you? Wait a minute. Wait. I saw a strange notification that says what? Oh yeah, that is you. Oh Lord, horny forever. What kind of name is that? Anyway, eu adoro som calvagar. I have no idea what calvagar means. I understand everything else. It probably has to do with music, but calvagar is a word that I never heard in my life. So wait a minute. Calvagar. Calvagar. Translate in English. Calvagar. Quero você calvagar em cima de mim. Huh? What? What? Anyway, I don't know what you mean. But thank you. Yo, listen. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing that needs to be said. All right? You guys need, the world needs to go back to religion. You know what? Cavallo dançarino dança. Oh, that's a dance? That's a dance of like a horse dance? All right. Thank you. I guess I'm gonna have to search. Listen. All right, let's get on to the shit. So listen. America needs cavalgar is horse riding. Huh. All right. What up, Bruno? Listen, speaking of horse riding, the Americans clearly need, because look at this. This is somebody in the US Senate, a fired Democrat senator's aide, 24, made a gay sex tape in the Senate, and he could face criminal charges after X-rated clips of his asshole swept the internet. I guess you gotta go to the top. Yo, what is wrong with these people? How you gonna go to the Senate? How you gonna go to the Senate and you're gonna make gay porn or porn? Oh, bro, listen. What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? People. What is wrong with people? And the guy replied. So, let me see. Senate aide replies. Oh my God. TikTok? No. He responds. On TikTok? Oh Lord. He did a TikTok video? Oh Lord, wait. Of course he lost his job. In the Senate, listen. You have to respect the institutions, yo. Let me see. I know he has a. He respond. Fired. Responses. Damn. Why is this only on TikTok? Email system melted down. Disappointed in staffer. That's what you get for telling people they can do and they can be what they want. Wait, I'm looking for the reply. Senator aide fired replies to backlash. I'm trying to see his reply. Democrat congressional aide Aiden Ms. Sheropsky is fired by Maryland Senator Ben Cardin after gay sex tape filmed in Senate swept the internet. Lord. He denied disrespecting his workplace in a LinkedIn statement. I want to see his reply. Lord. What did he say? I can't see his reply. I don't find it. I want to see his post, but they're gonna make this guy disappear quick. And it's not one man. because somebody filmed. So this is what you do in the Senate? Oh, bro, come on. Come on. Well, so what did the senator say? The senator said, this is a breach of trust. Lord. I was angry. I was disappointed. It's a breach of trust. It's a tragic situation, and it's presented a lot of anger and frustration. I'm concerned about our staff and the way they feel about this. Oh my God. Listen, it is time, right? It is time for everybody to go back to praying. It is time. Because if people in the US now start doing all type of sex tape in the Senate, it means that the respect is lost. This is decadence. But that's a good idea. But no, I wouldn't do that. I'm trying to look in my head the places where, but yeah. Salute. Listen, that's crazy. That is crazy. What do you think? Good to know. Sabrina Ziklov, what up? How you doing, sister? Obrigado. Was good, Sabrina. Julie, would you have sex in the French Parliament or the Senate ou l'Élysée? And something, listen, these places must be full of cameras and security. How these guys go there and, okay, listen, you go somewhere and you have sex. It's one thing. You do you. Listen, it's not a problem. You want to have sex at work, as long as it's not harassment, do your thing. But then you film yourself? What did you think would happen? Listen, there are some people that believe that whatever they do, it's all good. And that's because people keep calling them heroes for not doing nothing, for just being themselves. So this is what you get. And yeah, listen. And well, salute. I wonder who sits there. Like, listen, the senator who will recognize the place where he usually sits. No, now. There's been some asshole pounding on his seat. Oh my God. Julie, you are crazy. There's no Congolese men in l'Élysée or in the French Senate. We don't get invited there. These people are crazy. Listen, I want to talk about, I'm hesitating which one I talk about first. But listen, I'm going to, let me talk about Kanye. All right, listen. It is so interesting that every time Kanye West is about to release music, an album, and usually he does something crazy. So listen, it's a pattern. he says something crazy or does something crazy, everybody says you are exiled, it's over, we hate you, you will never get a job anymore, blah 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 blah. And then for 6 months he disappears, or more or less, because he's there chilling with his new wife. And then at a point he starts walking barefoot everywhere, and everybody's excited as if, well, you could listen to celebrity. Okay. And then he says, I'm going to release an album. And when he does release a new album, you know what I just realized? Wait. I forgot to send the link to this episode to my Instagram people, because I thought I would be live on Instagram. Damn it. All right, so there you go. Club Shada 348 Yepisode. Yeah, so every time is about, so after disappearing, it does something, usually something very, listen, where visually that creates excitation among people. On this, nobody can take this from him. He's amazing at this thing. And he releases an extract, or does a release party, something, right? And then everybody starts getting excited, and everybody believe that they said they would never listen to him again, and blah, 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 blah. And then as the stress starts forming in his head, he gets nervous, and probably this creates a bipolar episode, probably, if it's the way it works, right? And then everybody starts, as always, everybody starts arguing between themselves. As is he crazy? Is he a genius? And then he usually, before the album comes out, somebody films him in a room where he does a rant, a crazy long rant. And listen, then everybody decide for themselves, but that's usually the moment where I'm already tired. And without even listening to the music, I'm already checking out. Personally, it's me. Everybody, listen, if you're a fan of the music, I have nothing against that. I believe that artists have the right to express themselves musically, whatever their political belief or whatever they say that is crazy. I don't believe in the cancel culture. So, but then, yeah, listen. When I heard his last rant, where, listen, I don't know if we have the transcript of his rant. Kanye rant transcripts, where he just goes and talk about everything and anything. And to me personally, I do have a lot of questions. Because when he goes on his rant and he says, Jesus Christ, Hitler, yeah, sponsor that. In front of, listen, I understand the entertainment industry in the US is based on entertainment, I guess, is based on a bunch of people going nuts about a bunch of things, and the entertainment is watching these people, listening to these people, going crazy about these people, arguing about these people, and the more people talk about it, the more they make money. So I understand. But if if we and there's this thing where I don't know if you are I'm not gonna say sick, but if you have a condition and you are bipolar, and people know that under a certain type of stress, or when you have too much people around you, you start going on rants out of nowhere. I'm asking myself, why do people let these things happen and be public? Listen, if I worked, or maybe it's part of the promo. Listen, personally, if I worked for Kanye West, for the well-being of his family, his current and ex-wife, kids, family members, friends, when he's somewhere in a listening party or something, the first thing I say is, I'm keeping your phone. The second thing I say is, everybody that is in the same room as him, nobody has the right to have any recording device. Nobody. No, yes, Jules being there, recording him live and being so happy that Jesus is about to talk. Because I know he's about to say some very interesting things, mixed with a bunch of stupid stuff, mixed with outrageous stuff, mixed with stuff that make absolutely no sense altogether. And that after that, you're gonna have people saying, no, this is a visionary. Listen, understand, he's a genius. That what you guys don't understand because you're not on the frequency, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. And other people who are gonna be like, oh my God, he said this. Oh my God, he's an anti whatever. Oh my God. And then you're gonna have, and listen, if you look the video, right? That guy is in front of a bunch of IG models. That guy is in front of a bunch of IG models. All right, listen. Actually, when he was talking, I was more saying to myself, oh, that girl in the back is nice. This one too. And at the same time, I was saying to myself, what are they doing here? Like, so you have all these beautiful girls, right? Some artists that don't give a fuck. You have 2-3 people that are super excited. Some people that are filming and to them are saying, oh my God, I'm gonna make so many views. And then you have him, unhinged, going crazy. And then if you are a super fan, you will say he's amazing. If you're not, you're gonna be like, that's cringe. And personally, if it was me, I would just tell them, listen, no phones, no recording device. Only phones and cameras are ours so that we can review. I can review the content from the cameras. And if I don't want the content to be out, the cameraman, I'll make sure they delete from the cameras, from the computers, from everything. No keeping the things just in case so you can resell. No. I have a team of people who have the same objective. His protection. If my team is here to protect you, we know that this is a bad look, especially if, listen, the people who love you, they will love you no matter what. No problem. All good. We don't care about those. The people who hate you and will now hate you forever, there's nothing you can do. Now, in here you have a few million people, you know, they can hate you one day, and then in 3-4 months, they don't know anymore, and then you put some good music, they come back, they're interested again, and they're like, well, you know what, in reality, you anti-Semitic or not, I'm not Jew, so listen, there's a lot of people like this who don't give so much of fuck as other people about certain subject, the same way these people don't give a fuck about those subjects. It's just the reality of the world, right? Everybody will have the things that they care and the things that they don't care. So if you are not concerned, or you are not part of the people who feel insulted by whatever he says, in reality, yeah, you don't have to cancel him, or you can be, of course, you can be, you can band with the people who feel disrespected and say, hey, listen, because you're disrespecting these people, I'm out. I'm not listening to you. I don't want to hear about you because these are my friends. Okay. But you have other people that like, listen, when people die in Congo, you don't care, so I don't care. Or he says things about you. It's between you and him. You have people like this. And these people, they might be like, this guy is too much. And they just, but then when you arrive, you do your listening party and you get the attention of everybody, because everybody's like, yo, the music is fire. This sounds great. There's a lot of people. You create that excitation. You're going to have new merch, new everything. So my job, if you I work for you, is to make sure that these people here who are fluctuant, I want to make sure I keep them interested. And to keep them interested, I'm here to protect you. I'm here to protect you from yourself, your rants, your craziness when it appears, and so that only, I would say, the good parts come out. And when things start going crazy, the people from my team, if they don't want to be fired, listen, nothing comes out of the room. If you have the right people, and when you tell them, no filming, stop filming, he's about to rent, we let him rent. And he's renting to models, to whoever, and we start telling people, listen, either we make them come out, or everybody has to listen to him for 15 minutes talking about going from cheese to marmalade, and to Elon Musk, and to this and to that, and with a little bit of Hitler. All right, listen. But at least people can talk about it. He said this, he said that, but it just he said, she said, right? And that's how you protect a brand. And you protect somebody who believes, because he has so many yes men, that he can say whatever. Because, and listen, I remember when Fushi 2 was going on his crazy rants, it was the same thing. It was painful to watch. And listen, as somebody who's been developing brands, listen, it is. Let me see if I can show you how it looked. How the last one looked. Like, for me, the ridicule of this rant was, I was like, what is this guy? And listen. And yeah, listen, everybody's posting it. Of course, everybody wants to make money from it, right? And so it was there, you see. And then you see, you have people there. You have models who are wondering, should I leave? And then some people are like, yes. And then you see the one that the beautiful girl that's in the back. At a point, she just stood up and she was like, I will stand for you. When it was like, nobody stood for me. And And then she's like, why you stop filming? My battery died. And the thing is this. I'm not saying that Kanye West doesn't have a right to express himself and express whatever he believes. I'm just saying that, people start believing that they are cult leaders because of the way people will be around them. If you do any pushback, they will make you understand that you cannot be around them. And because you want to be around, because you want clout, and you are a bunch of clout chasers around the person, or dick riders, then you will just sit there and wait. Like all these models who were just there like, listen, I would be in that room. Either I would tell him, bro, what the fuck you talking about? Or I would stand up and go wait in another room to not be part of this. And then when they done, you would ask, where's Kay? No, I had diarrhea. Sorry, I had to. And yeah, I'm back. What did I miss? No, listen, I said something amazing. Oh, yeah? Oh, well, I'll check the videos. And listen, yeah, at a point to me, I can be a fan of anybody and still be able to be critical of that person. That's me. A lot of people, they cannot be critical of artists that they don't really know personally, but just because they love your music or they love your paintings or they love whatever, they have to just agree with everything. Listen, some artists are amazing individuals. Other artists are despicable people. And it's fine. It doesn't mean that you have to love or hate their music. A lot of people, if they are despicable with you and you decide to not listen to their music anymore, it's normal because you have an emotional reaction to something that was done to you. But if they are despicable to somebody you don't know, or if you don't even know how they are in reality, and listen to whatever you want to listen to. It has nothing to do with you. But you mean that because I'm a cute girl and I want to be around all the it people, maybe I was brought with some rapper that were there, or I'm there to make the image look beautiful, and I have to listen to this guy spill nonsense for 15 minutes? No, I'm dying inside. Please. At a point I would be like, bro, play some music. Because the problem, is not about doing the rant. You have the right to do a rant and talk about something. The problem is you decide to do it in the middle of a listening party. You decide to do it. Listen, it's not like, listen, have a YouTube channel, have a podcast where you can do that. You make, okay, cool. But listen, imagine we are at my birthday party and I'm just supposed to say something to say thank you to people. And I go on a 15, 20, 30 minutes just discourse talking about everything. And ranting about this and talking about things that have nothing to do and who owns the bank in Congo and all that stuff. It's like, what? No, at a point, if you want to be heard in life by people, you have to be able to understand when it's time to give some messages. When it's time to talk about something, when it's talk about another thing, when you came for something and not something else. Yesterday I was on a live on TikTok It was in French, so I was speaking in French. I didn't start speaking in Spanish out of nowhere, and it was about Zouk, music, and artists. I didn't start talking about crypto. And that's the problem with people who are completely unbalanced and don't have their thought in place. Listen, I think about 1 million things at the same time in my head, not in this microphone to you guys. I take the time to filter. I have a list of all the subjects I want to talk about. There's probably 20 or 30 subjects in here, and I have what I want to talk about, links to maybe something I want to show you, and etc. In my head, I can have all these things, and I can talk and think about these things in 7 different languages all at the same time, and think about business at the same time, think about my family, think about this, think about things I love, things I hate, things I'm scared about, things I can think about all these things at the same time, because my brain is a supercomputer. It's not a problem for me. But when I'm talking to people, I'm going to be like, all right, listen, in today's episode, I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to talk about this. So I can go on a rant sometimes, but it's going to be about a specific subject. I'm not going to move and talk about 1 million things at the same time, and then at a point just say, put my name next to devils and stuff. And that's where I believe that when you have way too many yes men around you, and fans and people who have no clue actually what you're talking about, it gives you this. I invite you to go check what he says, and there's some things that are very interesting, but it's in macaroni with everything else that don't make sense. So in the end, nothing makes sense for me. If you look at the comments, you're gonna have people saying he's a genius, he's amazing. For me, he's unstable. I call this instability. That there's a word for this. If I came here and I just start talking for 2 hours about 200 different things, I didn't finish my sentences and I went on a completely tangent, talk about something else and then go back to something else, and then all of a sudden I would yell, yeah, Adidas, Hitler, and then continue talking about marshmallows, everybody would be like, yo, listen, Kaysha's live, or yeah, but he's crazy. And then you have something, no, he's amazing, you don't understand, this is the genius talking. I said, no, this is called instability. People are scared to say it. I'm not. Listen, if one day Kanye listens to my music, I don't know if I said this to Body or if I said this before. If he listens to my music, right, and he says, I want to work with this guy, and we sit down, we meet, yeah, listen, yeah, let's work together, let's make money, let's make some art together, cool, because you're an amazing artist, why not? And we start working. When we have time to sit down, I will tell him, bro, listen, when you go on your rants, you make no sense to me. And if we have a conversation and we start talking, I will tell him directly, listen, bro, you stopped making sense when you went there. You have to focus on the conversation. Because, and you cannot talk for 15 minutes and not let me talk. That would be me. And usually people respect me for that, because I don't have a problem telling them when I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you make no sense. Listen, making sense is a job. When we walk around in the street or when we talk to people, when you express yourself to cameras, you have to make sense for people. Listen, if you look at some comments, you have a bunch of people, of course, who are, I'm horrified, isn't it? Yeah. Then you have other people that makes no sense, like me. And then you have a bunch of people. He's amazing. Oh my God, you guys don't understand. He's a frequency that you listen. Stop. you can't like, listen, I'm sure the music is going to be great. I'm sure it's going to do great numbers. This is an amazing artist. This actually is on a genius level when it comes to creation. He's an amazing creator. Music, amazing. Fashion, amazing great fashion, great sense of creation, angles of design. All this guy would create amazing houses, amazing interiors. On that part, I have nothing to say. Of course, everybody have their taste, but on that, I have nothing to say on that part. But when it comes to communicating with the outside world, I believe he does himself more of a disservice than a service, and probably because of his condition. I've seen others like this. I dated somebody like this. And listen, trust me, when they're out there, they're just out there. And if you are able to spot this and you work for the well-being of that person, these images should disappear from phones. Listen, bro, yes, Jules is there. Filming, she's live. Bro, I'm just arriving out of nowhere. Click. I'm cutting. He's like, yeah, why are you cutting? I was like, because that's my job. All cameras, all phones. Nobody comes out unless I look at your phone and erase the images. One by one. I don't care. I'm protecting you. Thank me later. That's me. But listen, if he works for him, all right, all good. My bro Antoine, what up? Toujours sur Facebook. Why don't you come to YouTube to be with us? MJ, 1 2 testing from X. Nice to see you broadcasting here. Okay, yeah. I don't even know how it looks, but that's cool that I can add the comments. Like I was saying, MJ, I was supposed to be on IG as well, but I had to. Yeah, it was problematic. But I'll do it next time, next week, Sunday. I'll try to be on IG at the same time. The problem I cannot like start the live on IG without or do something while I'm already live. That's the problem with my program. I cannot just start the stream midstream unless I use a program like Restream to do it. Gaylord Calabassi, le surdoué. Botte. Il faut avoir confiance en soi pour s'appeler le surdoué. Mais bon, si tu as confiance en toi, tu as confiance en toi. Urban Sweet Spot, what up? I was watching your channel yesterday on my big screen, and I was asking myself, why do you decide to do actually a loop of an instrumental for 30 minutes to 1 hour instead of a mix of different songs? And do you think it works? Now that you've been doing this for some time now, a few years, do you believe it works? Or do you believe that, because I understand you put music in the back, like, and you let it play like a background sound while you're working or you're doing something, but wouldn't it be nice to do 10 songs in 30 minutes instead of just one same instrumental the last 30 minutes? Did you try both or not? I was just asking myself questions because I was interested in the business model. That's just a natural question that I ask myself when I watch any channel. Julie is saying Kanye West just exposed his craziness in front of the entire world. That is sad because he's talented. The man is really scary. Yeah. I don't know. Listen, it's yeah. Haha. Yeah, see? Listen, I was here on my sofa. I was watching your thing and I was watching the channel and I was listening to the beat. I think it was the last video you posted. And then, so I was listening. I was like, yeah, nice beats. And then I moved in front, thinking maybe that there would be like another beat. And then I moved 10 minutes. It was the same beat. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I moved again 20 minutes later and it was still the same beat. And I was like, huh. I wonder why, like, because I understand it's the concept of the channel. But at the same time, I was saying to myself, personally, I would have, listen, the way I would have programmed the beat, I would have made like let's say tempo 100 BPM. I would have done like 5-6 different beats and all at the same BPM and maybe all in the same how do you say this, in the same program. I mean the same it would be one beat, but it changed so much that if you listen after like 10 minutes, it's really not the same beat. It really an evolution of something. Because there's something I was thinking of doing, and I was thinking of selling, but long time ago I never did it. But in France we had something called musicomètre. I don't know how you call this in other countries. It's like a thing where people buy you for elevators, for companies, for hotels, etc. They buy you like a certain amount of music and you have to bring them a mix. So usually they buy this to DJs, but they can ask for like music just for them, right? And I always said to myself, for fashion shows or for weddings or for whatever it is, I would love to create like a 30-minute song that is actually maybe 10 different songs, but really mixed together. Like they're all in the same tempo and they all go from one to another, and even the whole mixing from one song to another is programmed. It's really like you play and you go from one song to another, you change and it's a new song, but it's really well made, if I can say. And even in my shows now, this is something I want to create. Like I want to put like all my songs that are at 88 BPM. I'm going to put everything at 90, and I'm going to do a whole show where the whole show is the same tempo, and I'm going to sing the between the songs. I'm going to really create something so that when I come on stage and I have to do like a half an hour show, it's really a half an hour long song that is exactly the same BPM with all the hits. So it's something that I've been thinking about, and I've been doing it slowly, but I'm probably going to re-sing all the songs so that when I go from one song to the other, it's really seamless, right? And so when you come to a club to do a playback, you really have the impression, and even like in the instrumental, when one song is finishing, the other one is starting, and so you have to put everything in the same key, etc. You know, like really to do it's something I know I want to do for shows. So when I was listening to the channel, I was like, because most of the channel that I watch, like the lo-fi channel, is more like a Spotify playlist that is playing, just like this one where it's playing in the back. So yeah, I was saying that to myself. J saying, hello, sa communication peut nuire, mais franchement, on est dans un monde où tu ne peux plus dire ce que tu penses vraiment. C'est vrai. Toujours avoir peur de sortir du cadre mis en place. Il doit s'exprimer. Yeah. Yeah, I agree too. You have the right to express yourself. Moi j'ai toujours été pour que on laisse Dieudonné s'exprimer. Donc, je ne suis pas pour la censure. Je suis contre la cancel culture. I did Christmas mix for 1 hour. All right. Monsieur Kaysha, vous pensez quoi de ce qui passe avec Jonathan Major? Ça serait cool à la vie. All right. Je suis obligé de répondre en anglais parce qu'il y a des gens qui ne parlent pas français ici. I want to wait until Sunday because I didn't really follow the whole thing. I understand that he's been found guilty of 2 counts and not guilty of 2. But I really didn't follow, so I really need to. I just saw the video when he was running away from the girl. So some people say he's like a perverse narcissistic, and he's been mentally terrorizing this girl, and others say like, you've been tricked, bro. So I don't know. I need to really like dive into the whole thing and understand everything that went through, and I would like to give my opinion on something if I don't really know the whole story. I follow in the beginning, and then after that I didn't really follow, but I think the guy really believed he was innocent because he really wanted to go to trial, and I believe this was just in US law, it was just a misdemeanor charge. In reality, they fought with his girl, boom, it's over, and listen, you get charged for assault or something, but nothing crazy. You didn't have to go to court. At the same time, there's the problem with the US is everybody's trying to promote themselves, including the prosecutors. So whenever you're a celebrity, you are a target. Now, before I dive in this thing, probably next week. I really want to talk about it today, but I was like, I don't know enough. I really need to read about it. The only thing I find that was more or less fair is not the right word. But at least Disney learned from their mistake with Johnny Depp, because with Johnny Depp, they fired him soon as there were any allegation. At least with him, they waited until there was a jury deliberation and he was found guilty to fire him, which is unfortunate, but at least they can say, bro, it's not possible. So listen, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if the girl is a victim or if they got it. I don't know. I cannot pronounce myself, and because some people will jump to the conclusion, no, he's been tricked, this is what happened to black in America. Maybe. I don't know. On that one, je sais pas. Dalia, what up? I was looking for your show Saturday. I didn't find it. Did you do a show Saturday? C'est ça, c'est important. It is scary to go to court and have a jury. Everyone's view is already tainted before the case starts. They dropped her charges because she came back to the US to testify. Listen, it's dangerous out there. It is dangerous because she was charged with, assault as well, or something. And you can do deals. Like, listen, in the French justice system, you cannot do deals, I believe. It's like you get judged. There's no jury. There's a judge, and then the judge like, yo, after seeing everything, are you going to jail or not? In the U.S. it's different. You have a jury made of a public, and so listen, the 10 people that get chosen can sway the judgment from one side or the other, and you can do a deal, you can settle. So there's a lot of things where when you view it from outside, you're like, wow, and it costs a lot of money as well. So listen, I don't know what he's gonna get to. Listen, I hope he doesn't get prison, because that would be, I mean, listen, I don't even know. Listen, let me see first of all. What up, my bro? Let me see what was the charges. So bye Kang, Marvel were like, oh, you out. Listen, the feminists are not gonna let you be there and act and be nada. Listen, it's over. Let me see if I can find any information about him. Okay, he's being dropped, I understand. Domestic violence, etc. That was yesterday. Let me see. Everything Jonathan Majors have been dropped from. Studio and brands have been cutting ties with Jonathan Majors since his arrest for alleged domestic assault in March. This pack rep from Majors standing their ground that he has done nothing wrong. A jury convicted the actor on 2 domestic violence charges, finding him guilty of misdemeanor assault and harassment. His career gained momentum over the past year, with Majors starring in Creed 3 and becoming Marvel's main villain in both Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and the season of Loki. But his future success appear uncertain. From people behind the scene to ad campaigns to his big Disney bag, below all the opportunities and collaboration has lost following his domestic violence dispute. Film and television roles, magazine, management, brand deals, wow, non-profits. Yeah, that's crazy. Have to pay? Ciao. Wow. All right. Video evidence of the dispute showing Major lifting Jabari and forcing her back into a SUV, as when in a call he made after the incident. And in between, she was in the club dancing, I believe. And an audio clip from Majors from a different incident in 2022 in which he berated Jabari for getting drunk, claimed to be a great man, and urged her to support him the way Coretta Scott King or Michelle Obama supported their husbands. Wow. Well, listen. After his arrest, other allegations surfaced. Of course, always. Multiple alleged abuse victims had come forward. Yeah, there's always people who come forward all of a sudden. The allegations were mixed, but the evidence seemed clear. Listen, I have to read all that. Not now. But yeah, listen. Thing is this. if you are famous, right, and you don't drink, you want to be seen a certain way, you want to present a certain stature, and you don't want to have a girl that is always drunk and goes crazy, because you believe it's gonna hurt your brand. Well, leave her. Find yourself somebody that is already this way. And to me, it's not a race thing. I know in the US everything has to be turned into a race thing, but to me, it's like, listen, if the girl is crazy, stay away from her. This is problems. That's it. Now, I don't know. Listen, I was not there, but listen, that is bad for. Listen, I'm not a fan of his because I don't really know his work. So I didn't see Creed. Saw him in the end of Loki season 1. I didn't watch season 2 yet. So I don't really have like any emotional attachment to him as an actor. It's not. I don't see him the way I would see Denzel Washington. So hopefully after a few years, he comes back from that. If he seems like a talented actor, hopefully, he can bounce back from that. Because listen, there's a lot of very, 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 very famous actors, musicians, directors who have been convicted or accused of all types of domestic problems. And listen, Amber Heard, who shits on your bed, was still in Aquaman. And that's the reason why a lot of the fans are saying we're not going to see Aquaman, because we want her out. So listen, I think Hollywood has to, and everything in life in general, is something I tell people all the time. If you want to do rules, you want to enforce rules, the rules have to be the same for everybody. I don't care if it's R. Kelly that is canceled for having a mansion full of girls and doing whatever he does with them, and having some of them underage, if you say so, then the guy from Playboy has to be canceled too, because it's the same thing but as a reality show. And there was magazines and stuff. You cannot say do one thing for one person and another thing for another person. To me, this is when a rule works. Listen, if you criticize, I'm going to go there. If you criticize Russia for bombing civilians in Ukraine and you say it's a nightmare, I cannot have a video of you, the same journalist or the same politician, talking about the same situation in Gaza and saying, yeah, but the Hamas people are there. No. If you listen, you have to be always, it's very important in life to be consistent in what you say. Let me give you another example. This morning, my daughter asked me, she's 6. My daughter asked me, can we go on a date together, Daddy? Can you take me to the restaurant? She has a favorite hotel that costs a ton that she loves. She loves to go there. All right. Can we go there tonight? Do you have money, Daddy? I said, all right, I'll take you there tonight. All right. So she told me at what time. I told him I'll take you there at 7 p.m. And from 10 a.m. till 7, when she kept telling me, hey, don't forget we're going. Don't forget we're going. Don't forget we're going. How many times until we go? 5 hours. How many times? Listen, 2 hours. Listen, an hour before, I just start feeling tired. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go. And at 7 p.m., she comes here in my office and she's like, Daddy, I'm ready. All dressed up, ready to go dinner. And I look at her, I said, my darling, like, can we go tomorrow? And her eyes started already watering. She started already being like sad and being like, "Woo." And her mom told me, don't promise things to your daughter if you're not going to deliver. You should have told her maybe, I don't know, we'll see, or not today. So I told my wife, can you take her there? And my wife said, listen, I would have, but I'm tired today. I just came back from shopping. So I'm preparing the Christmas dinner. I'm exhausted. I want to be in my bed. So I told my daughter, because she was already starting to sob in her bedroom, I told her, we're leaving in 5 minutes. And she was happy. And listen, we went outside. And listen, I was not even hungry at all. But hey, we went there. They saw her. They all know her. They saw her grow up. They already know what she wants to eat. So everybody was like, oh, princess, what do you want? Would you do this and this? Yeah, yes, yeah. Boom, boom. And I was like, what about you, Mr. Kaysha? I was like, give me a club sandwich and some sparkling water. And yeah, listen, I was there on the phone with my cousin, Filuminati. We just kept talking. And after, when I was like, hey, listen, told my daughter, listen, I'm going to be live in 30 minutes, so we have to go home. And yeah, she was happy. She finished eating her stuff. So she put her Nintendo Switch in her bag and we went home. And here I am. And yeah, listen, be consistent. Yeah, listen, if it was raining or something, it would be different. But if you tell people that you're going to do something, try to do it. If you tell people this is the rule, enforce the rule the same for everybody. If not, it becomes strange. And in America, and in France as well, listen. Dieudonné, who's a comic who has been vocal about the people of Palestine and the Zionist government of Israel, has been canceled from French TV for the last, 15 years, 20 years, I don't even know. He's been canceled, and other people who speak worse than him about Muslim people in French TV, they are presidential candidates, and they're on TV all the time. And to me, it's like, listen, either everybody's canceled or nobody's canceled. You cannot say freedom of speech. We are the country of freedom of speech only when we say the things you like. That's me. The game is different because there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of money, and et cetera, et cetera. So, hey, listen, rant over. What is this? It's a magnet? Dalia saying, stay away from toxic people in toxic environment, period. I completely do agree. Stay far away from toxic people. Listen, when I moved from France, the Zouk market, the music business where I was in, and the people I was working with, the artists, it was so toxic that I remember one day I don't remember what we were talking about, my ex-girlfriend. And we were talking about, I don't know, Monopoly, something. We were talking about something that had nothing to do with music. And all of a sudden, I was talking about the situation. Yeah, you know, and these people do this and this and this, and you can trust nobody, and can you believe that? And she looked at me and she was like, Kay, I believe you are going on a depression. I was like, what? And he's like, you talk about the music business and the things people do to you, about traders, about money that's been stolen, about XYZ. Every time when we go to the movies, when we're in a dinner, when we talk about something, anything, there's always a point where you're going to shift the conversation back to something. We're going to look something on TV about animals, and then you're going to be like, yeah, well, situation, come show it. You're going to always come back and listen, I think you are being obsessed with the situation, and I believe that you are being depressive. And I was like, wow, damn. I didn't even realize how these people are making me feel, how this country is making me feel, how this city now is toxic for me, and how, yeah, listen, that's everything I talk about. And she was telling me, you don't realize, you wake up in the morning and I hear you walking in the living room talking about the subject from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. with one person. When you're done with that person, you come talk to me. You talk to me about the situation for 2 hours. I listen to you because I understand that you're in pain. Then you leave the bedroom. You go back. Somebody calls you, another person, and you go back, talk again about the same situation for 3 hours with the person, and then you tell me, hey, baby, I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm going to the gym, so I'm gonna go. So I used to walk from my house until the center of the city, or take a bike. And she was like, and I can hear you from the second floor calling somebody, and you again talking about the same subject. And she was like, you need to completely move away mentally from all this toxicity. And I was like, oh my God. Wow. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm moving. I'm changing countries. We separated in between. And after a year, I was out. 2012, out. And I stayed away from all the toxic people, all the toxic relationship, the toxic fake friends, the toxic artists, the toxic fans, everybody. You toxic, you are blocked, you are muted, you are not, listen, your phone calls are not answered, etc., etc. You listen, me, you can put one comment that is strange, you out. Like, and it's not that I don't like, listen, I love criticism, constructive, but I can recognize when people are toxic. And sometimes, yeah, even the fans are toxic. So listen, mute, block, delete. Me, I don't have time. Because your mental health, that's your treasure. And when I arrived in Portugal, that's the first thing I did. I completely changed my whole approach to how I make music, how I make business, and toxic people, they stay away from me. I was working with this beat maker. I realized he was a toxic people. I just gave him his contract back. Peace. Mom, listen, me, I don't have a problem. We do work together. If you're toxic, I just remove all the work. I don't care. The good thing is my main artist is myself. So if an extra is bringing me stress, I prefer removing the stress. And this is very important. And sometimes people, they don't realize that, or they have to go through these type of situation to realize it, which is sad. It is what it is. What are we gonna do? K matching his bird and clothes flex. What are you talking about? Yeah, I have to now put some veneers so my teeth become white, just like this, and then it's a win. It's a win. Listen, freedom of speech. Listen, don't believe slogans. That's what I believe. I'm gonna go. I have to drop my daughter at Christmas party at church. See you, family. God bless. God bless, Dahlia. I'm gonna go to myself. Listen. Next week, maybe we will do a listening party, or maybe we will talk about a very interesting subject that I have, which is a question that was asked to me by somebody, which was mistake independent artists usually make that hurt their pocket. I like this question that was asked to me, so I will probably think about it, do my little list of mistakes that we do as independent artists, and do a whole show about it. So we'll see Sunday, and this time I will try to be also on Instagram. I will do so everybody that is on Facebook, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because next week I will probably do YouTube, X, and Instagram, just those three. So yeah, the world is changing for the worse, bro. I think freedom of speech is very conditional. Yeah, listen, I believe that whoever has the power makes the rule. And I'm not saying this as I'm happy about this. I'm saying it is the way it is, and it's always been like this. And the world is changing to a multipolar world. We talked about it already. And the thing is, right now, the people who have the power are trying to keep it, and they know they're going to lose it. But now they're doing everything they can to silence anybody that don't agree with them. And it shows you why you cannot have one single country controlling the internet, controlling the platforms, controlling the currencies, and controlling who's the good and who's bad. Like even this idea of the good and the bad, which is very messianic, all this is part of the manipulation. I really believe that we are supposed to be in a world where the difference of opinions and the nuance have to come back, so that we can have conversation. Listen, I love having conversation with people that disagree with. Those are the best conversation, because I learn from them, from points of views that are different, and they learn from my point of view. And if we are three people, like when I watch a debate on TV, I love it when you have like 5 people with 5 different point of views. If I have 5 people that are all saying the same thing and they all agree on the thing, I don't see the point. Or if you have one person that has a different opinion and everybody keep cutting them, including the journalist, I stop watching straight now. I don't give them in my views. I don't want to, no. I'm out. I only watch people that are honest enough to, even when they were wrong about something, to be able to say, hey, I believe that I was wrong. I respect that. But we are in a world where people don't respect that. People, like, if you dare say, oh yeah, the thing I said last week, well, with the new information we have, I was wrong. Oh, people will be like, you see, you were. Oh, listen, everybody is guilty in this world of the lack of nuance. And those who've been there for a long time remember that I have an episode of this show called The Lack of Nuance. So me, I'm a guy, I don't like to have no, I understand the world is full of, it's not black and white, it's millions of shades of gray. So, and we all and depending on a subject, I can agree with you. On another subject, I can disagree with you. And others, we can be completely opposed. Other, we can completely agree. And yeah, this is life. We are a bunch of individuals, and we cannot let, it would be so simple for these people if all of a sudden everybody just became a single hive of the people that all think the same thing. That's why, listen, when all our brains are controlled, connected to the internet, we're gonna have to make sure we don't get hacked. Trust me, the cyber brains have to not be hacked. If not, it's gonna be a problem. Merry Christmas, Juju. Listen, next week I'm coming. It's gonna be Christmas Eve. Oh, am I gonna be live on Christmas Eve? Yeah, maybe I'll come. Hey, I'll come for an hour, talk a little bit before Christmas Eve. Not too much. Maybe I'll be dressed with my Christmas outfit. So I'll see if there's anybody to connect on Christmas Christmas Day. It is indeed. Last comments. These days, if people are wrong on something, they'd rather double down than learn the lesson and say I was wrong. That is true. These days, people are wrong. That's the same thing. I do agree with you. Listen, this is the story of the world. What are we gonna do? There's nothing we can do. This show was brought to you by Shada and the Gods of Good Fortune. Listen, I'm leaving you with since we are on the Club Shada hip hop playlist, that I'm gonna give you the link here in the chat. I'm gonna leave you with an instrumental that I did in 2003 that is called Return of the Samurai. And I will see you guys Sunday, Christmas Eve. All right, Shada gang, blessings. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you Sunday. Everybody have a great rest of your evening or afternoon, and put some rainbows in the chat. Blessings.